Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. We have just witnessed an absolute thriller at Vadodara, and it's the Delhi Capitals who have chased down the target on the very last ball of the innings. Uh, 165 was the target given to them by the Mumbai Indians women, and they have chased it down on the very last ball of the innings. It was an absolute thriller and a very good advert for the game of cricket. Uh, as far as the Delhi Capitals women is concerned, Shafali Verma started off in a brilliant fashion. She scored 43 of just 18 deliveries, which included 7 boundaries and a couple of sixes. Meg Lanning, the captain, struggled to get going. She scored 15 of 19 deliveries. She consumed a lot of deliveries. And Annabelle Sutherland, Ellis Capsey, and Jemima Rodriguez in the middle overs couldn't keep up to the run rate, but it was the under 19 Indian women's team captain Nikki Prasad who played a knock of 35, a very crucial knock of 35, along with a brilliant cameo from Sarah Bryce, and it required some doubles and singles from Radha Yadav, and at the very last ball of the innings, it was Arundhati Reddy who required 2 runs off 1 ball, and she managed to get that. Although there were a few run out controversies that was given in favor of Delhi Capitals, it will be talked upon because there were many instances in the match wherein I think that the batter had not reached the crease, but she was given not out due to inconclusive evidence. And on the very last ball of the over, they required 2 runs, and Arundhati Reddy played that over covers, and Harmanpreet Kaur was the one with who was the fielder who threw the ball, but Arundhati Reddy's dive was very crucial in the end, which meant that Delhi Capitals has started the season on a winning note. So some controversies surrounding the game, but eventually the result matters, and it's the Delhi Capitals team who have 2 points in front of them as far as the points table is concerned. Mumbai Indians bowled well. They bowled pretty well after being bundled out for 164. They bowled uh, very well to restrict Delhi Capitals, and there was a moment in the game wherein they were cruising. They scalped some uh, wickets in the middle overs. Although Delhi Capitals was off to a great start, but in the middle overs, Mumbai Indians pulled things back brilliantly, led by Haley Matthews, Amelia Kerr, and of course Nat Silverbrunt, who had a pretty good day on the field today after registering an unbeaten knock of 80. She also scalped 1 wicket. And as far as other bowlers are concerned, Amelia Kurtu, 4 overs, 21 runs, 2 wickets, was the pick of the bowlers. Although Saika Ishaq struggled, 3 overs, 43 runs, she was the most expensive of them all. Haley Matthews, after getting out on a duck in the first inning, she bowled pretty well. She scalped a couple of wickets, and they pushed the match to the very last ball of the innings. Although it was there was not much margin between the two teams, and but it was the Delhi Capitals. It was the Capitals women who won the game by a few inches, due to a few inches. Uh, as they say, cricket is a game of inches, and that's what proved to be the difference between the two sides, because 2 runs were required of one delivery on the last ball of the innings, and it was Arundhati Reddy's dive that proved to be very crucial in determining the winner of the match, and that has is what happened. As far as Mumbai Indians women it was Nat Silverbrunt who played a brilliant knock of 80 runs, taking Mumbai Indians to a respectable total. But although it was not a par total, they she took them to a respectable total. And Delhi Capitals women Shafali Verma, although she is not a part of the Indian side anymore, she came out in a blistering fashion. She started off brilliantly, striking many boundaries. She scored 43 of 18 deliveries, which included 7 boundaries and a couple of sixes. Meg Lanning, although struggled at the other end, the captain, Meg Lanning doesn't play too much cricket off late, and she struggled to get going. She scored 15 of 19 deliveries. Annabelle Sutherland was promoted up the order at 4. Jemima Rodriguez came in at 3, but they couldn't manage to get going. Alice Capsey too consumed a lot of deliveries, but it was the youngster Nikki Prasad and Sarah Bryce who stitched a match winning partnership, which proved to be a match winning partnership in the end. But when 2 runs were required of 2 deliveries, it was Nikki Prasad's lack of game awareness that once again raised the hope of the Mumbai Indians team, because 2 runs were required of 2 deliveries and she could have easily pushed it for a single or a double in the gap, but she went for a glamorous shot and got caught on the mid wicket fence. And it was all on Arundhati Reddy how she plays the last ball, and it was Arundhati Reddy who played it over covers and managed to get a couple of runs. But some run out controversy calls that went in favor of Delhi Capitals, but at the end, it's the Delhi Capitals women who have emerged as the winners in this encounter. And after RCB's win yesterday last night, it is Delhi Capitals who have started off in a winning fashion. Mumbai is would be upset because they had the game in hand at one point of time, but in the end, some run out controversies. But in the end, it was Delhi Capitals women who held their nerves and eventually managed to win the match. So this is the news from the Women's Premier League. Delhi Capitals women have started off in a winning fashion, and what 2 games we have had so far in this tournament. Yesterday it was the historic chase. It was the highest total chase in the WPL history, and today it was the last ball thriller. But it was once again the chasing side who has emerged victorious, and I think this will push other teams to eventually opt to chase going into the latter stages of the tournament. Tomorrow, it's the game between Gujarat Giants and UP Warriors. Gujarat Giants, as you all know, they lost to RCB yesterday, but UP Warriors are starting their campaign tomorrow at the very same venue, and on Sunday, that is tomorrow at 7:30 p.m., Gujarat Giants, who have lost their first game, will face UP Warriors, who have their first game scheduled for tomorrow. And Gujarat Giants have a better idea of the conditions now. They played well in the first match, but eventually lost to RCB. But UP Warriors, it's a fresh start for them. There are a few new faces in the squad, and it will be interesting to see how the game fares out. And on Monday, it will be Delhi Capitals once again. You will see them in action, but against RCB, that is Smriti Mandana led RCB, the defending champions. So these are the couple of games scheduled for tomorrow and day after tomorrow, that is Sunday and Monday. As far as tomorrow is concerned, Gujarat Giants will be facing UP Warriors tomorrow. Today, some notable performances were noticed. If I start to name them, beginning from Nat Silverbrand's 80-run knock, Harmanpreet Kaur, after returning back to cricket after some injuries and rest, she played a brilliant cameo of 42 before getting out uh, of Annabelle Sutherland. And in the bowling department of Delhi Capitals, it was Annabelle Sutherland who scalped 3 crucial wickets. And as far as the Delhi Capitals women are concerned, Shafali Verma, who has been dropped from the Indian squad, she played well in the domestic cricket, and now she has started off brilliantly in the WPL as well. If she continues to play like this in this WPL and she has a successful WPL this time around, then we might see her returning in the Indian camp very soon, because she brings in an X factor in the game. She has a brilliant array of strokes in her armory, and she is a treat to watch when she gets going. She scored 43 off just 18 deliveries, and uh, post that, it was some regular wickets that fell in the middle overs. Jemima Rodriguez was promoted up the order, Annabel Sutherland was promoted up the order, but they couldn't get going. Annabel Sutherland was cleaned up by Nat Silverbrandt by an absolute Jaffa and off cutter that castled his stumps. So yeah, this is the news. Delhi Capitals women have won the match by 2 wickets, and this is the highest successful chase by Delhi Capitals women and highest by any team that has been chased against Mumbai Indians in the WPL history so far. So this is the second last ball successful chase in the WPL after the MI versus DC game in last year at Bengaluru. This is second instance wherein we have witnessed last ball successful chase in the history of WPL. And as far as the closest victory margin while chasing in WPL is concerned, 2 wickets that was witnessed today is the closest victory margin while chasing in the IPL. The earlier instances were UP Warriors recording a 3 wicket victory over Gujarat Giants at the Brabourne Stadium in 2023 and at the Diva Patel Stadium in 2023. So, yeah, these are some stats related to the game, and 4 runouts in total today in the game. I think chasing what appeared to be a par total, Delhi got off to a blazing start, courtesy Shafali Verma's exceptional start to the innings they got off to a flyer and they scored 60 runs in the power play itself. They were cruising, but once again breaks were applied to their innings by Mumbai Indians women bowling attack. The brakes were applied and they struggled to step on that accelerator post that. But in the end, it was by the thinnest of margins, by some few inches. Delhi Capitals have 2 points in front of them, and MI women, Mumbai Indians women, are empty handed after the first game. So, yeah, Harmanpreet Kaur, in the post-match presentation, she has reckoned that after they were invited to bat first, she wanted to get a total post 200 because what they saw yesterday, but they couldn't get going due to regular wickets. But it was Nat Silverbrandt. She has praised Nat Silverbrandt, who played a brilliant knock. She single-handedly scored almost 50% of the runs of the MI women total. 164 was what MI women posted, and 80 of them was scored by Nat Silverbrandt. The English player who was not informed recently in January and the early February when she was facing Australia in the women's Ashes. England, particularly the team England, was not informed there, but Nat Silver's return to form gives a huge amount of confidence to the Mumbai Indians team going forward because it's just one game at the moment, and yeah, WPL is quite long. It's 1 month long, and you have ample of matches coming your way. So as far as the positives for Mumbai Indians are concerned, Nat Silverbrand coming back to form, Harmanpreet Kaur returning to cricket with a bang, and as far as the bowling department is concerned, Amelia Kerr, Haley Matthews as an all-rounder will play a crucial role. Subnem Ismail, who bowled 4 overs for 18 runs and scalped a wicket, although Shaika Ishaq continued to struggle today, but her return to form will also be very, very crucial going into the second half of the tournament. So these are some positives for Mumbai Indians as far as Delhi Capitals are concerned. Uh, One of the many positives is the way Shafali Verma started off the innings today alongside Meg Lanning, although Meg Lanning continued to struggle. But Delhi Capitals, on the back of Shafali Verma's 43, they were able to post 60 runs in the first 6 overs itself. And in the end, it proved to play a major role in determining the winner of the game. Sarah Price, I think she has presented her case to be promoted up the order. She scored 21 of just 10 deliveries, and she came pretty low down the order. If I count, then it was fifth or sixth down that she was sent, and she played well. Sarah Price comes from Scotland. She represents Scotland. She has also represented Netherlands, so she has represented 2 countries as far as international cricket is concerned. And today, she played well. In the absence of Marzan Cap, the experienced player from South Africa, who is a part of the lineup of Delhi Capitals team, she didn't feature in the 11 today, but her return will also play a major role because the experience she brings will be very crucial for Delhi Capitals in the middle overs. Their middle over batters are quite inexperienced post Jemima Rodriguez, and they would want some experience in the middle overs who can just anchor the innings. As you saw today, there were ample of wickets falling in the middle overs, and there was nobody who could just hold on there. And because the target was not 200 plus, and you had to go to hit every ball, it was 165, and you could have easily built the innings, and which was fairly done by Nikki Prasad. Although her lack of game awareness, she will learn, but her lack of game awareness gave Mumbai Indians a chance to win the match on the very last ball. They required two of two, and she managed to get out on the penultimate ball of the innings. So this is the news. Delhi Capitals women have eventually, after a lot of hiccups and bouncy rides, they have eventually crossed the finishing line, and they have won the match. Tomorrow it's the game between Gujarat and UP. The western part faces UP in the third match of the WPL. As far as other news are concerned, Shanka Patil, as I said in the last video, has been ruled out of the entire Women's Premier League. Sneh Rana has replaced her in the squad, and last year's purple cap holder. That means she was the highest wicket taker in the last WPL, and now she has been ruled out of the WPL due to an injury. Shriyanka Patil has been replaced by Sneh Rana. And as far as other news are concerned, Indian team has reached Dubai. As I said in the last video, they have reached Dubai, and they will practice at the ICC Academy. Uh, I don't think tomorrow, but day after tomorrow, or in a couple of days, they will have a couple of practice sessions before having an intra squad match or any game that BCCI is planning. As you all know, the ICC Champions Trophy kicks off on 19th of February, where Pakistan will face New Zealand, and in the second game, that is on 20th of February, India will be facing Bangladesh at Dubai. So this is the schedule. The 8 teams featuring in the Champions Trophy are India, Australia, South Africa, New Zealand, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, England, and Pakistan. So these are the 8 teams featuring. There are no Sri Lanka or West Indies playing the Champions Trophy because they are out of the top 8 rankings. Same is the case with Netherlands, Scotland, Kenya, Ireland, Nepal, any other team. So there are two groups in the ICC Champions Trophy. India is in the group alongside Bangladesh, New Zealand, and Pakistan. So they will be playing 3 league matches. And as far as the Group B is concerned, Australia, England, South Africa, and Afghanistan are placed in Group B, and their group is quite a group of death because every game will eventually be a knockout there because Afghanistan on any day can surprise any big team as you saw in the World Cup last year in 2023 which happened in India. Afghanistan beat England and they were very close to beating Australia as well. Afghanistan's rise in international cricket has led to the downfall of Sri Lanka and West Indies from the top 8 in the world rankings. And so there are 3 or 4, I will say, 4 Asian sides of the 8 teams that will be featuring in Champions Trophy: India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan. So that is 50% world cricket is currently dominated by Asia. That's another stat that came to my mind that struck my mind. So, of the 8 teams, 4 teams are located in Asia, and they are pretty dominant. They are dominating the world cricket at the moment. Although there would have been Sri Lanka as well, but due to their poor performances in the 2023 World Cup, and post that they have struggled. But currently, under Sanat Jayasuriya as the head coach, they are flourishing. They had beaten India as well 2-0 in the ODI series when India travelled there after the T20 World Cup win. They beat India as well, and now they have beaten Australia just before Australia left from Sri Lanka to play the ICC Champions Trophy. So all the teams are preparing for the ICC Champions Trophy, whereas Women's Premier League is set and rolling because of the two games that we have had. One a historic chase and one a thrilling encounter that went to the very last ball and kept the fans glued to their screens for the whole match. So this is the news. Delhi Capitals women have won the match, and as I said, Gujarat Giants will be facing UP Warriors tomorrow. We will be coming up with the match analysis on our LinkedIn, Instagram, and X account with the help of some Manhattans and graphs, along with some innings progression graphs as well, which have been added recently by our tech team. Uh, and yeah, this is it. Do follow us on across all the social media platforms and don't miss any sporting moment. As far as the hockey game is concerned, there were the both our men's and women's team returned to international hockey today after playing the Hockey India League that was happening across India, and it's the women's team who beat England women 3-2. Indian women's team started off with a win, whereas Indian men's hockey team couldn't manage to win the game against Spain. They lost 1-3 against Spain. So this is the news. Although the women's team has started off with a win, but men's team has lost to Spain in the first match. There will be a few more games in the next 10 days for them. They have quite a bit busy schedule, but the Indian men's team have tasks cut short before they head to Europe because they would want to get ahead in the FIH Pro League before heading to Europe, because the games are taking place at Bhubaneswar right now, which is their home ground right now, and they are getting an ample of support. And what is at stake is the ticket to the World Cup, because the winner of the FIH Pro League will directly qualify for the World Cup. So both our men's and women's hockey team are have an eye set on the ticket to that World Cup, and this is what is going around in the world of sports. Cricket, particularly, has a lot of matches. There is a lot of matches happening, and we try to keep you posted through videos and updates on all our social media platforms. So yeah, this is it in this video. Do follow us on all our social media platforms, and we will be coming up during the toss tomorrow at 7 p.m. as we all do, and as you all do as well. So don't forget to tune in, and yeah, thanks for watching. Do like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like the analysis. Thank you for watching. This is Abhilash Shah signing off for Statify.